Do 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 do. Oop! I clicked stream too fast. Ba da da da. Ba dee dee dum. Doo doo doo. Oh, look at that. Just in time. So if you made this like a 2020, they could just let you blow something up instead. Oh, they still have to block it, I guess. Still have to block it. Flying and indestructible as long as you have 6 or more unspent mana. Okay. If you lose it, it becomes red. Oh man. I guess it's cool when it gets going. But it's not ever going to get going now, is it? Hello. Why is this legendary? Is there only one Fire Nation drill? Like, lore wise? it turns into a land. She was a non-land creature. Return to the battlefield tapped. Oh, it's still a creature though, right? Is it a creature? Still? It doesn't specify. So, I would say yes. Why would you not tap this? When it enters, you may tap it if you do kill something. Why would you ever not do that? Permanents you control. Your opponent's control. Oh, the spear. Shadow spear ability, right? Yeah, I don't get why you wouldn't tap this. I feel like you... Oh, it doesn't have haste. You just always tap it, right? Unless you want it to block for some reason. But after it enters, it doesn't do anything. Combustion Man getting closer and closer. I did read it. I did actually sit here and read it for the first time, for real. I wish it had trample or something. But if it has to be an uncommon, I guess it can't have all the tools it needs. The problem with giving this, like making it a 20/20, when you swing, your opponent just sacks a permanent. And then you just don't have anything. And then they block it with a 1/1. So it needs to be giant, and it also probably needs trample. Ideally, it also would like to have haste, but they could just take 4 for a bit. So if you clone it, when the clone comes back, you can clone anything except his land. Yeah, but is it a creature land? Like if you return Phantasmal Image back with this, and it comes back as a land, and you target Primeval Titan, it's a land, right? That's also a creature. Yeah, I'm wondering why the clone's coming back as a land matters. Because it feels like it doesn't. The only thing that matters about doing that is you get your, you just get clones twice instead of once. Oh no, you don't even get clones twice, because they die instantly. This is a legendary, except Spark Double. So you Phantasmal Image it, it comes back as a land, and now you have a land version of some cloned creature that isn't this one? What are we doing with that, though? It's in mono blue. What are we cloning? Like, why do we need them to be clones? So this is sitting there in play. You cast clone. Shows up as a copy. It dies because it's a legendary. The clone comes back because it wasn't a land. And then it comes back as a clone. And you clone something else. Because if you clone this again, it dies. Again. So you're just casting normal clones that tap for lands, which I don't know why you do that, though. You just have a bunch of clones that also tap for one colorless. It's like the most convoluted way to make weak mana rocks. I don't know what we're doing with a bunch of land. We don't have Tireless Provisioner. There's no landfall. Mono blue landfall nonsense is, I just don't know what we're doing with it. I feel like there's not enough exile stuff in Mardu in Arena. You cast a spell from exile, or whenever a permanent enters from exile. Got a counter on this. Whenever you cast a spell from exile, and whenever a permanent you control enters from exile. Okay, so flicker effects. Also, casting a creature from exile actually triggers this twice, as far as I'm aware. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. That's why it specifies them differently. Because if you cast a creature out of exile, it doesn't enter from exile, it enters from the stack normally. Okay, I see why it delineates now. Prosper Time Pound? What? I mean, it's more cohesive than the other ones. The other ones I have to think about. Yeah, I haven't played this yet. Is it an ally? Oh, it is. Yeah, that doesn't really matter. No, I'm not permanently running into anything specific. You like the thumbnails? So do I. They take a great deal of effort. Great deal. Sometimes they take 2, maybe 3. If I'm really getting into it, it could take 4. Yeah. Yeah, I suppose Prosper is ideal, huh? I keep forgetting about that one. We have Rabble Master. Yep. Permanent? I guess. Oh, so that's interesting. What's the other... Inti casts off the top? Suppose it does. Wait, am I thinking of the right card? I don't think I'm thinking of the right card. I wasn't thinking of the right card, but... I mean, any excuse to play Obstinate, I think I'll take it. Oh yeah, Lilia. I mean... probably not. Luris is funny. No, I don't want it as a companion. Please, game? Oh, great. They're the stupid companion zone. Amazing. I can't forget about all the MH3 mythic rares that they have in the game that are dumb. Esper Sentinel's neat. Chain to the rocks. Oh yeah, we're black. You can foretell at instant speed? Really? Well, that does make foretelling a bit more interesting. Can actually do something with it. Oh, but I have to craft this. Nope, not doing it. I don't care. I'm not doing it. Can't make me. Spectacle? Why do we want Virtue of Persistence? Why do I want this? I don't want this. Madness is exile? Yeah, it is exile, isn't it? Which is really weird. I'm not really... I can't madness anything, but I suppose that works. When in doubt, Ragavan. I do like Showdown. It's exceedingly slow, but it's kind of cool. It's like really slow. I guess Percussionist? I don't really like Impulse Draw. No, not a fan of that effect. There's Abbot of Carroll Keep. Isn't that just better than this? Yeah, you just play the old ones. I think the old one's just better than this. Which I don't want to play. Regardless. Do I have enough for Ketramos? Maybe. So this doubles my fire bending, and that's probably all it does. Do we have the Kanzatar Kier Demon? What was the Mardu Savage Knuckleblade? Oh, there it is. There it is. Yeah, sack a creature and then it gets one of those things. It's like the Jeskai 3/3 saw play. Savage Knuckleblade saw play, and I think this saw play a little bit. I could be wrong. It might have just been Crackling Doom, actually. Yeah, I think it was Crackling Doom instead. Do I want this? I kind of don't think I want this. Maybe it's fine. Cast your second spell? Probably. Maybe this one? I thought this cost 4. It got nerfed. Oh, whatever. Lizards, what are you doing? Wait a minute. Didn't it have haste as well? I thought it had haste on top of costing 4. I don't think there's really any cascade. I mean, this is so random. I guess Bituminous Blast is kind of funny. I like Bituminous Blast here. I probably shouldn't. Skyclave Apparition is something to flicker, I guess. I don't really like Kymil. I don't like the dinosaur either. I don't own Prosper. Proliferate? No, no, no. That's not real. Could probably play Reanimate. Probably should play Reanimate. Oh, I forgot about the Pain Lands. Croxa and Flage. Probably Crucius. I like Koligon's Command. Maybe not Obnixilis. Although it does make tokens. I'm not really in a position to sack anything. Arm scavenger? Does it? I thought it goes to your hand. Where's that stupid 1/1? Oh, there it is. Swiftblade Vindicator. I haven't seen Boros Charm in like a very long time. Boros Charm is funny. I mean, it's kind of all three modes do something sometimes. It's an instant, I guess. I don't know. Well, it has to be an instant, obviously. Oh, yeah. It's exiled. I mean, it's really good here. Ugh. I don't have Charred Fire. Ascendancy's fine. Yeah, Chandra's interesting. So was Elspeth. Just because of flying. All three modes of Elspeth have text in this deck. And this one technically has text on it. Aether Spark probably doesn't have text. Oh, this happened last time. Alright, so I need... What are the best cards in the game? I guess I could put Flasion. Solitude. Gix is a card. I suppose Shieldred to a degree is also a card. Kind of. I don't think Ketramos is gonna swing. What's Dusk Legion Duelist? The counter one? It is, yeah. I don't really like Tybalt. Yeah, I don't like Tybalt. Oh yeah, that thing, sure. Heist is not exile. Is Heist exile? I hope it isn't. It probably is. Oh, it is. Damn it. Um, I could kill people with Aurelia. I could also just kill people with any other card in my deck. Godo Helm? No, this is we don't really get to 11 mana ever in this deck. Helm is interesting, but it's still like a 9-mana investment. That's pretty steep. Laughing Jasper Flint. Not a real card. Made it up. Oh, I'm at 100 cards. Wait, let's slow down. Alright, what is Luris doing? I need an excuse to not play Luris because I utterly detest this stupid thing. I think Luris does enough that you should probably play it. I'm gonna craft the Arms Dealer. This seems this one stands out to me. I feel like I don't have enough creatures, which is weird. That might not be true. It's 34. I've only seen Laughing Jasper Flint win one game, and it was with the most insane sequence of things possible. To which maybe I still could have won, to be honest with you. I was just, I tilted out of the game. I don't know, this is just a pile of Mardu stuff. That's just what I'm looking at currently. Screaming Nemesis, yeah. Well, does History of Benalia work? I'm trying to think. No, those tokens, they don't come from exile. The 2/2/2s. I mean, yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Oh, I didn't know you could go up and down if you clicked in. Oh. Oh. Okay, that's nice. Alright. Whatever. We hit 100 cards. It's a Mardu beatdown deck. What can we say? 3-mana 2/4. Firelord Zuko. Firebending X, where X is its power, and it grows with its own text box. Whenever you cast a spell from exile, so like Impulse Draw, casting cards off the top, Chandra, and all that stuff. Or, I guess, what else do we say? Discover, Cascade. Actually, Madness, for some reason, does it. anything like that. Put a counter on each creature, or whenever a permanent you control enters from exile, put a counter on each permanent. Still stuff like Cloud Shift, Ephemerate, Felia. It's worded this way because you cannot cast a creature from exile and trigger this twice. So if you cast, let's say, Esper Sentinel off of Reckless Impulse, you trigger this, but when it enters, you do not trigger it again because it doesn't enter from exile, it enters from the stack like a normal spell would. That's why it delineates like that. Otherwise, it would kind of just be in the same wording. So yeah, you just play things from exile, or flicker things like Felia, and this grows along with the other creatures you have in play, and you're essentially doing the Mardu beatdown thing, with maybe some interesting ideas like this. Although I think the other Mardu creature plays this, the one that cares about specifically first strike, double strike, the lizard thing, I think actually does play this. I don't think there's an Embercleave idea. I'm not sure if Ketramos is gonna ever swing. In fact, I find that maybe a bit unlikely. But exiling stuff somewhat could be a thing. But again, I really don't know. I kind of feel like this is not going to do anything. I guess we'll try at least. And, yeah, let's start here. Well, you know what? No, we're going to start here. I'm not going to change anything. We're going to send it. It's already been too long. Clown Shift? Wow. Toxic. I have zero faith. No, it has enough of the Mardu beatdown package that you'll just win with that before you have your commander go and do anything egregious. There's enough of the Mardu package in here. I don't have much faith in the text box, but the rest of it's fine. Oh look, it's Ragavan. I certainly have faith in Ragavan. Not really on the draw though. I don't know. This is a card. It's a what is this? A $50 hand on paper. We keep those, right? Actually, it might even be more than that. It might even just be more. Alright, get in there. Oh, man. Ragavan, you're so stupid. Oh, man. White, play this one? I think I play... no, this one. Ragavan just wiping out something that costs twice as much. They must have just drawn this. Well, most assuredly, right? Otherwise, they would have, you know, done something. So, swing. I don't see a reason to block this, but my opponent does. Let's play Voice. I don't know why I'm playing my commander. Why am I playing my commander? Yeah, there's no reason. Alright, well, we did something. I don't know what to what avail, but I don't know which one's scarier. Apparently Voice is. I'd say they're both about equal to me. I do have the mana to cast this, so maybe I do just play this. I can technically cast this at 7. But who knows. I wish you could take the firebending mana outside of combat so I could use it. This is a 5? I have 4/4. I don't know why they didn't cast it. I feel like I would have cast lore counters in my. Oh, you have to have stuff. I see. I see. Talric? Oh, Tajik. Good question. Good question. Alright, another really good thing. Sure, I'll be able to play the game eventually. 6. Let's do nothing, because that's how magic works sometimes. I mean, alright. We sure did stuff that game. We sure played the game. Yes, sirree. Yeah, I don't know if drafting into play is from exile. I don't think it is. Hmm. Tuh, just like last game. Do I play my commander? I think I'll just go into this thing here, actually. This increases my chances of actually drawing a castable card and having it matter. The heck is that? Dies, conjure a card, name, blah, blah, blah. Alright, let's play... We could play this so my opponent can't play the game on my turn, but I don't think they even care about that. I'm still going to cast it, though. I think it's slightly better than Fire Lord, which is currently doing literally nothing, so... No attack. I mean, I have the scaling stat thing happening. but it's turn 5 and my opponent hasn't taken any damage from me. So, or they took 2 or something. That doesn't do any... Oh, they should target themselves, right? Yeah. Behold, my... that thing. Oh, look, a land. Amazing. So, play this. Play fetch land. Equip is 2. Let's swing... face? Yeah, why are we thinking about anything? Face. Face. Face, 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 face. Face, face is the place. So we came here to do. So I'm gonna do it. Sure. I'll let them keep their commander? I would say. Can't say I'm terribly concerned about their commander here. So. It's just sitting in play, I mean. Yeah, the Ashiok doesn't let me crack that. Okay. Interesting. Didn't expect that card. Alright, we did it. We did it. We did it all basically in one turn. We had a bunch of build-up, bunch of build-up, bunch of build-up, and shotgun blast. So, haven't really done the swing efficiently with like a 1-drop into a 2-drop, 3-drop thing, but... in firebending hasn't done anything. But it's not going to. Yeah, the red-green sword. Okay, I've convinced myself... bro, I can't even see! Why? Why is it... why? Wizards. Why? Please, tell me. Alright. I'm over Ketramos already. You keep Croxa for now. Do I have that land? I do. Yeah, let's play Arena of Glory. I do have Flage for those dumb turns. What do you mean? I have Lightning Bolt. You just lied. Till the end of your next turn you can play them? Well, I don't know. That's kind of crazy. It's a little out there. Just a little out there. Necropotence is dumb. Is it dumb enough? Maybe it's too stupid, actually. Hold on. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Yeah, Necropotence might not be that easily castable, honestly. It's probably fine, though. It's still, like... It's still Necropotence. I only have one swamp. Is that really where it puts me? That's a shame. Doesn't seem like a good sign to me. Oh, you permanently steal 2 things. This is an instant for firebending. And then you have the other side. Now that's a cool card. I like this one. Alright, let's not play Elspeth. It's not that it's bad, I'm going to take out 5 drops. I guess Gonti's kind of neat. It's very slow. Nah, that's too slow. I think that's going in a different direction. Breaches is the pirate, right? That's like, can't be blocked, treasure token, other thing. Razor Demon? Was it 2 mana 2/2? I take damage? I don't really care about that. Oh, I mean, it's fine. I suppose I am trying to kill my opponent. It breaches is fine. Probably. Okay, I don't have a busted Ajani deck, but Ajani's still dumb. Vorin Clay. This is the 6 mana one, right? Yeah, alright. This actually stops Ajani. It also stops my 1/1 counters. I need red. Boop. Still gonna play Ajani, because Ajani is still a card that exists. I'll lead with a black source. I drew Necropotence. Alright, we're playing Modern. MH3. Bolts into Ajani. And swing. Can play Crucius. Probably just get rid of Necropotence at this point. Greater. Oh, it's a... I thought it was something else, never mind. I'm thinking of what, Razor King something? I do have a Patreon, actually. I've never had it used, but there is one. I think it's in my YouTube links. In the YouTube description. I've had it for a while now. I can just swing with the 2/1, right? No, that's dumb. I just don't swing with it. Let's get rid of this and say greater. And fortunately, I at least get one counter trigger from my commander before I don't get any more because of this stupid card. Oh no, they can cast it immediately. Never mind. Never mind. They do not cast it, but they could have. Maybe they still can. Okay, they still can. Mono green, isn't that fun? So, now just lose? It's kind of looking like it. I think I literally have to pass the turn. Let's do this for greater. Stonewalled by mana dorks, and then I lose. Fun. Very fun. My Twitch might actually have one too. Hopefully this doesn't make any noise. How do you... Is it down here? Oh, it's not. Yeah. I don't have a link to it in the Twitch page. It's only on YouTube. Purchasing the Mastery Pass from the store will give you all the rewards from levels you've already completed. One would hope. Alright, maybe we don't lose to a mana dork this time. Like, literally get soloed by a mana dork. So black, red... I don't need triple white for any reason. Yeah, Kadalra Breaker, but it's a 7-drop, so it's not totally free. I think I can just simply play this planes here. I think. Maybe it was wrong, I don't know. Cast Krenko? Yeah, I don't think Luris is doing much here. I don't think. Valakut? That is an interesting choice. Let us cast our commander? Or Flage? I guess I'll cast my commander, I suppose. I mean, it seems like you have board wipe, I lose. If you don't, I win, so it doesn't matter what I cast. Not really sure. Could keep this in the graveyard for Flage at this point. Okay. That does do something. Let's play this, and I think we'll play Luris. No, I think I'd rather just kill the blocker so I can do something. Guided Souls almost would have immediately flipped with Kranko. Alright, I mean, again, it's back to you need a board wipe. You also kind of need to stop your own black market, I think. So you need, like, 2 things here. Does this have lifelink? If a player lost more, draw. Cast a 3 or greater. Okay. Decline. So cast this in Skrelv, and then slowly lose the game, dwindling to my opponent's resources. I need another black source. So I'm going to do this now. Yeah, I'm going to do this immediately. The eye doctor tier? Yeah, that would be great. I think there's a 1, 2, and a 5. I don't know if you found it already. There's like a 1, a 2, and something. I would never cast Phyrex in Arena here. At least I feel like I wouldn't. Maybe it makes sense. I feel like it doesn't, though. Let's do this. Adeline, that can go away. Okay, they go down to 2. They go down to 1, probably the same. Ishmita. Apparently they had nothing. Not even a removal spell in response, so... Yeah, I mean, it's hard to stabilize at a spot like this. I feel, but they were doing fairly good effort, but they have to reply or do something about this, and then we have Flage showing up after the fact as well. I could have maybe dashed Ragavan 2. They could just block it, though. Yeah, no, I'm just going straight into combat. Nice. Nice, nice. Let me... I don't even know what browser it is. Apparently it's not this one. Oh, here we go. Here we go with it not existing. It's been so long since I've used it, I don't even logged into it. At least I think that's what's going on. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Please be the right one. Settings. No, I want my own thing. Oh, here, down here. Creator, click. Is this it? Aha! I found it! I found it. I think that should work. I don't know. Maybe that's the profile owner link. And I just doxed myself, but... There's a 3, 5, and 15, and I haven't touched it, and there's never been... Oh no, I've had one member at the $1 one. I think I know who it is personally, though, so it doesn't count. Shoot. Yep. It's bad. My left eye is pretty bad. You know what I should do? I gotta save this link so I know how to get back to it. Nah, that's for future Beasley. Did we win that? We did win that. Yeah. All right. Invasion of Spijurber? Actually, the white invasion's kind of... Well, yeah, I like the white one too. That, like, gives you the layered protection. I don't have a Dark Ritual. I don't have any red mana. No! Yeah, there's no Dark Ritual in this hand. If I had red mana, there kind of would be, but also not really. Yeah, this hand doesn't work. Oh, that would have been something, I guess. Alright. Don't you do it. Alright, is it Thoughtseize? Alright, that's fine. That's fine. Looked like it was going to be Ragavan. I think you just take Inti. I think you take Inti? I really don't want my opponent to know I just drew this. Kind of tragic, actually. Kind of tragic. Well, my opponent made my choices for me. Oh, did I just do it again? I did, didn't I? Yep. I did it twice. I played the land my opponent didn't know about. Alright, well, I've given my opponent perfect information way too long this game. It's inexcusable. Let's do it again. Can we stop drawing lands? Please? I said please. Alright, take 2. And then get rid of that thing. No, this thing. Oh, my opponent is not going to respect this. Oh, come on, please. Give me the blowout. Do it. Come on. Yes. 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 Play it. Yes. Alright. No mocks. Alright, everything's fine. So, red source. Boop. Send them back to the Stone Ages. I drew another land, by the way. Oh. Oh. That's great. That's great. The Spider-Man that gives stuff? Spider-Man set isn't real. You're hallucinating. I've been mana flooded every other game so far. I just don't think I'm going under 40 lands quite yet, though. Maybe 39 is fine. Probably go on to 39. Well, I'm gonna lose my mind if I keep seeing these. It's also very strange that I haven't had a critical mass of black cards. I find that to be probably incorrect. Probably is incorrect. Why do we want Razor Demon so bad? Oh look, I don't own it. Can we stop talking about it? I don't own it. Ha! Get wrecked. When you cast this spell, target opponent drafts. Wait. Wait a minute, what? Whenever you cast this, target opponent draft? Whoops. Drafts a spell. They cast it without... What? They may cast it without paying its mana cost. Wait a minute, this is just bad, though. This is awful. You cast this, and then your opponent wins the game. It's a 3-mana self-door to nothingness. What? You literally cast it and you lose on the spot. You just give your opponent a free spell that probably wins. And they get to choose, too. Oh, yeah, that's... Oh, yeah, this is good. I actually wanted to play this as a commander at some point, but it's out of my... I don't have the resources for it at this point. I don't have any rares. I don't own it. Don't own it. Maybe I can get it. Maybe I can get one? I've never seen Razor Demon played, but I would say with a high degree of certainty, you almost assuredly lose upon casting it. Every time. Yeah, some dudes are into that, you know. Some guys like it that way. Old card design. Isn't it like a year old? It's from like the alchemy set that isn't real. Wait, what does this do? Oh, cool. Flame Skull just keeps happening. We like keep happening cards, right? We like cards that continuously do things. Well, Rotting Regisaur is fine. Rotting Regisaur is perfectly fine. Razor Demon, no. Like I think this is perfectly fine. This is actually kind of just really good, but I don't feel that way towards the other one at all. Bronco's interesting. Apparently, Orcish Bowmasters is a real thing these days. This zombie does not come from exile. Barrowgoyf is... Nah. I don't really like Opposition Agent. But you could play Opposition Agent. I'm not sure I even own it. Yes, I do, right? Yeah. Opposition Agent's fine. It's going to get somebody at some point. Desecration Demon, my beloved. No, there's not enough black cards for Grief. That's right. Yeah, there's Warping, which is... wait. Doesn't that read backwards? I really gotta... Yeah, you have to full retail it for the Zuko. Enters, exile the top 2 cards until the end of your next turn. You can play them. Alright, well that's kind of neat. That's kind of neat. I would much prefer this be a mana rock for all spells and not just 3 for the entire game. But it's kind of cool. Like you just play whatever that tapped one is, Key to the Archive instead. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. We like that. Alright, no Overlord. Honestly, this could just be... Is there a better one? Like this, maybe. Let's try to find an instant. March. So March in combat with firebending. The end of your next turn. It's an instant, and it works with firebending and whatnot. No, I don't like Valley Kid Exploration. I'd probably play Felidar Retreat first, and I'm not going to play that either. I almost don't even like Showdown. Having a critical mass of cards and casting them over and over for 4 and 3 mana is not really part of bludgeoning my opponent to death. It's just like drawing a ton of cards instead of winning the game with damage, which I think this would much prefer to do. Yeah, Prosper is probably really good in this deck. I would not doubt that. It's probably one of the best cards for this commander, actually. usually when Prosper is a good idea, it's a really good idea. Yeah, we can probably play Breaches. Before I forget. If I had 2 Mythic Wild cards, we'd get to have fun. But I don't. No fun for us. I did take out expensive cards. Quintarius is weird, honestly. Yeah, I mean, I can't craft the spider. I don't even have a rare. Look, chat, I'm poor, alright? You want me to say it out loud? There you go. Leave me alone. Bunch of cyber bullies. I'm doing the best I can. Ugh. Is that what you want to hear? Is that what you want to hear from me? No, Quintarius. Boop. Oh. Hey. We're back in it. I wonder what this is looking for turn 1. Mana Dork, probably? It doesn't find it. Oh, they just had it anyways. Of course. Of course. Why would this deck ever struggle to get anything? Why would Rafellos need to worry about anything? Let's be real. Oh, we're not even playing Rafellos. We're just going right into 1 into 3 I win instead. Why not? I probably would, right? There's no reason to play Rofellos if you don't have to. Well, this is where I would concede and hit the snooze button, but I don't have the snooze emote anymore. Yep, we're playing the same format, by the way. You and my opponent. If they have anything here, the game's just already over. Apparently we have to think about it. Which card do we win the game with? That one. What does this find? Ice Till Explorer? I don't actually know. Probably? Makes the most sense to me. Nope, that's not Ice Till. That's whenever this creature comes tapped, untap it, counter on it. Creature comes tapped during your turn, tap it. I don't understand. I don't understand. Because I don't understand, I will pass the turn? I just don't understand. Alright, I'm going to kill it. I don't care. I want to swing with Oslo Pride, so... I think leaving up Felia is better than not leaving up Felia. Oh my goodness, please. The mono green player that has to think. Bruh. Does the commander see itself? I'm about to find out. Probably does. It reads like it does, so... Oh my god. I'm gonna literally lose to the slowest screen player on the earth, aren't I? Yep. Good God. King of what now? Ugh. Yep. Losing to the slowest person playing with their toes on mobile. None of that would have happened if I crafted the spider. I mean, you're not wrong. So what you're really saying is none of that would have happened if I wasn't poor. Pretty toxic of you. Yeah, I haven't pulled the credit card yet. Still waiting for that one. That's true. We could have gotten out of there faster if we played Razor Demon. That is true. Oh, look, it's a green opener. Well, we have not once stood the slightest amount of chance against a green deck. Which doesn't surprise me in the slightest. I'm gonna swing now? Or wait, what do I do? Oh boy. Yeah, alright. It's not like they can block it, so... Alright, we did it. We actually beat a green player. Look at that. All it took was for them to not play a land. That's all it took. I probably should have played Breaches and not my commander. I'm not sure. I am not sure. Human noble, human noble, human pirate. Human it is. Scry 2. That's not a card. Neither is that, actually. Neither of those do anything here. My green opponent did not have a 1-drop. It's like world first. Crucius. Get rid of Cloud Shift. Lesser, because I want to land. For real, for real. Still a mono green deck. So. Oh wait, I can kill that with Lightning Bolt. Did I play a land? I did play a land, okay. Still? No. Let's just get rid of... Let's just get rid of it. Let's just get rid of it and say greater. How do you have nothing? That's impossible. That's completely impossible. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, they were seeing if I had removal. Mono green, ladies and gentlemen. Functionally unwinnable. Wasting my time. All green decks are mid-range. There's nothing else to do in green. This hand is almost good. Oh, it's so close. Let's play this and pass. We're up against Gut. Seen this one. I don't think I'm gonna Grave Expectations turn 1. Till the end of my next turn, so do I... Okay, Felly is a good draw. Let's put this on white or black. Let's say white. I think I'm gonna block this with Felia. Especially if they play something pre-combat. Of course they don't. Of course they don't. Alright, well, still playing it. Let's do this on white. Play this. Get rid of the blocker. Okay, well, none of this has to do with my commander, but at some point I suppose it will. I also have 2 threats in play instead of 1. First time in my life. They can't play their own commanders. Oh, they do play their own commander, really. Is there something I don't get here? I suppose there are 4 ones. Okay. They're bigger than I thought, to be fair. Alright, that is a really not ideal land. Wow, that was a obscenely bad land. Okay, I wasn't paying attention to my mana. Let's... I don't know now. Yeah, I don't know. Played this on the wrong side. This thing? Make a treasure token so I can play the game again. And then... swing with this and that? And this? No, that's dumb. That, get rid of that. No block. Trade that for 1. Okay. I'm doing this, so Gut has to block. It doesn't. Okay. Kind of expected it to. I was kind of hoping it would. The 4/1s are pretty good here. Oh, I forgot to block with the N and Pakal. Could have blocked the 1/1. Well, ideally that doesn't ruin my existence, but it's not looking good that I did that. End step. This is so ugly. Oh, everything's so ugly. Alright, so get rid of you. Please trade with your commander. Ugh. Scry 2. No, yes. Stop having active treasons, please. I am no longer able to play around anything. Okay, I think I'm actually in a favorable position somehow. That could be moderately debatable. If there's a 1-drop, we're in danger? It doesn't appear to be any. So double block, one of them go to 1. Yeah, that's all I can do. That's it. Yeah, I just go to 1 here. Okay. So they have to block both creatures? Hold on. Wait a minute. I can't reset my own creatures to stop this 4-1. So I have to do this. Okay. Alright. What do you got? Show me the final point of damage. You got 2 cards to do it. There it is. Alright, you got it. Dang it. Close. Super close. Well, that felt like an actually good game in the sea of mono green where I can't do anything. That was a pretty good game. I like that one. Man, Magic is pretty cool when you have to think. It's pretty cool. There's a lot of options and lines there. Apparently there's nothing? Oh, there's just a burn spell. Excellent. There is... I can't not play my cards, so there you go. Oh, they didn't do it. Okay. I guess they're... Oh, they just had a better one. Never mind. Alright, there's a 0 mana spell or something, but it can't be Fury. That's a good card. Is it better than other options? I'm not sure. I don't know. I think I'm just casting a Johnny. Well, that was really not ideal. That was a very unideal. 2 cards there. Yikes. So, Dark Ritual always, and deal with Defiler? Alright. I don't want to lose Obsidat. It feels too impactful. Is this like Pyrokinesis? Oh my goodness, it is Pyrokinesis. Is there any attack? Nope. Wait, really? Wow. My opponent's hand was all bad and then it just got to redraw. That's gross. No land? Oh my... Well, I suppose I'll take that card because it at some point might do something. But I kind of doubt it. I don't think they can swing with this, so that's a little strange. Okay, well, I guess they can now because they found another card to block for free. Okay, they still don't block, which I kind of agree with. So get rid of that, swing, do that. Oh, man. Well, given the mana situation, I suppose I'll play this now. Airbend the commander? Right? No, this thing forced the commander to block? I don't have enough white mana. Oh my goodness, did I mess that up? No, I didn't. I just straight up did not have enough white mana. Alright, so get rid of Clive? The old 8 red mana in combat I can't use? The fact that this didn't hit a land is, like, actually miserable. Deal damage to a permanent player, deal triple. So, get rid of that, force that block. No haste there. Let's get this going. Put that behind that. They're still just alive, though. Can these have flash, please? Oh my goodness. Alright. The firebending being useless is really annoying. There's not much... I don't know what... We play a bunch of bad flash cards? Like, what am I supposed to do with all that red mana in combat? Firebending is just awful. It's just a really bad mechanic. I'm not gonna lie to you. It is just a bad mechanic. I'm going to take out the Airbender's Ascension. I feel like it's not doing anything, and by the time it does, the game's over. It's too slow for this format. Let's be honest. It's too slow. If Showdown hit a land, I think everything is fine. But it didn't. Firebending is just so awful. I can play cards that are good with firebending, but they're only going to be good if I'm already swinging with like a 7 thing, like I was there. And at that point, you don't even need it anymore, so... Just not... Like if I play some sort of instant speed X spell that doesn't sound... I mean, to be fair, I do have March, which would have seen a whole ton of cards if I had that happen. I'm not playing Burgie effects because of that. It's not a solution. It's not a real solution. Is there an instant speed version of Throes of Chaos? I don't think there is. I could just play Bowmasters because it has flash. uh, Appa doesn't even. It airbends. It doesn't actually work. Oh well, it does. It does work technically, right? Yeah. It has flash for my commander too. Airbend any numbers. But the problem is when you airbend your creatures, they lose all the counters. So like, why would? Oh, this is an instant. I can make a bunch of 1/1s, and then hmm. Hmm. What does this one do? That's another one that might kind of sort of do something? Sort of? Okay, no more Necropotence. If Risk Factor was slightly more scary, Valakut Awakening is maybe just better than a mountain. It's debatable. Fine. Bedazzle is an instant, right? But it only blows up a land. Yeah, this really doesn't do anything for 6 mana. Is Chance an instant? No. Any number of target permanents you own to your hand. You can just pick up your lands. It is called Leave. You can cast Leave and then just, like, literally get up and leave. Huh. It'd be cool to Mindslaver someone with Leave and then make them pick up their lands. That's the dream scenario. But this isn't Hearthstone, so you can't make people play this card, so you'll never have it happen. Can't donate that to people's hands. Oh man, my instant package is off. I mean, March is another one. I don't hate March as a card. I mean, the red instance, it is a red ability. It just the red ones are just random burn spells. I'm not going to be playing those. Okay, I found some cards. What has just not done anything? Herald hasn't. I don't really blame Herald for that. Luris hasn't. But I also kind of don't blame Luris for that. Yeah, cast Razor Demon and then leave. You can either cast Leave or you can just leave. But if you play Leave in your deck, it gives you options of both. I guess Brimaz hasn't done anything. Yeah, let's take out Brim. I don't want it. Maybe throws is too random. Yeah, maybe throws is just obnoxious. I think if it was an instant, so I could fire breathe it or firebend, firebend it. Also, taking anything out that costs more than 3 is reasonable. Have I ever put a counter on Swiftblade? No, that doesn't really change what it's doing, anyways. Lelia? No. Kolagon's command. It is an instant. Can't say it affects how I feel about it, though. Alright. Well, it's mono green again, effectively. The ramp package. Not the most... Oh, Barrow's Charm. Didn't even look at that. Barrow's Charm could come out, too. I think. Alright, Luris. You're up, buddy. It's your time to shine. I'm gonna heist right now out of absolute spite. It lowers the chances of them having Sanctum. Oh, they have miscast. Alright. That's probably the most unrealistic thing I've ever seen in a Shrine deck, but there it is doing something. Let me guess, you have a 2-mana spell. Yep, max punished. Miscast was probably not going to do anything unless I decided to sorcery speed this. No. My opponent's Mana Dork turned into that card because I cast my spell at sorcery speed. That is the most unrealistic thing to ever see. Alright, what do you get? Do I have to get Lost It? Oh look, it's the best one. Wow. Amazing. Literally amazing. No way. Now that it's in the graveyard, they'll play the Reanimate card that just gets it back. Oh. Well, at least it's a land. I guess I'm doing nothing? What if I cast Luris? Nope, I'm doing nothing here. Nothing is to be done. Exile target creature in the return to the battlefield. Yeah, it's instant here. Doesn't really matter though, they could simply just recast it. This means they're not flickering it? Okay, I guess they drew a land anyways, so never punished for anything ever. Let's cast this. Lightning Bolt's not doing anything. Arm Scavenger. Is it beginning of your upkeep? Okay. Arms Scavenger it is. Never mind, they countered it. So I can't play the game? Yep. I can get it back with Luris. That's pretty cool. So I've been told. Or I could just never draw land and not have that be a reality. That works too. Alright, they got one I don't care about. Let's get rid of, I think, Lightning Bolt. It's not doing anything. Another one I'm not terribly concerned about. Sea Chrome Coast. My opponent's mana base is a little weird. A little strange. Do I cast Charming Prince? I don't see why not. I don't know what else there is to do, fundamentally. These counterspells are very strange. I don't even know if they were right. That does mill me for Luris. There's no attack here. Let's get rid of these two. Could probably get rid of anything. I don't think any card in my hand matters. Opponent agrees, apparently. So, Charming Prince. Pick up. What if I just scryed? No, I'm not scrying. I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna cast this. And then I'm gonna pass the turn. Correct. Alright. So now they kind of need a sweeper. I could have cast Ephemerate there. That's a bit of a mistake. Kind of forgot. Oh well. It would have just reset the Arm Scavenger. Flying is ideal. I think that was an option last time and I forgot. I'll post-combat the Bowmaster? Let's put it here. I could do it now. No. This is slightly better than Felia, in my opinion, because I kind of want a life total of some degree. That might matter. They do counter this, even though I can recast it. Yeah, we're going to move this now. We're just going to move it now. Let's put that anywhere. Okay, well, for someone who got Sanctum Vol as the first roll, I think we're doing fairly decent right now. We did it. I think, I'm not going to lie, I might have missed lethal there? Swing, fly? No, not quite. Wow, I mean, they got the best thing possible, the card that solos everybody when you play Shrines. But we blew it up, and then they never got there. This is an insane amount of counterspells, and again, I think if I didn't play Brave Expectation right when I did, then Miscast might not have ever done anything. Although it might have actually hit the Get Lost. No, it wouldn't have in that turn cycle. Yeah. Alright, well, get wrecked. Yeah, they just randomly had counterspells everywhere. I don't really know. Miscast is just so insane. That's a crazy card to have. They also used the map tokens wrong. At least I think they did. That's my take. Red, white, black. Alright, you're wrecked. Well, that's one way to beat mono green. They mulligan it too. I don't own Razor Demon. I couldn't play it if I wanted to, remember? I literally don't own it. I can't play it. They won't let me queue with an illegal deck. This would be good if I expected Crucius to stick. I guess I'll keep it anyways. Anything's possible when you're playing Magic, right? This is a 2-drop? Maximum size to draw the card? Yeah, okay. Opponent appears to have Mox. Is it Mox? No, Subtlety? Okay. Good to know about. Good to know about. Opponent's making it painfully obvious, but most people don't ever even try to do anything. So that and this. I don't think this is going to get subtletied. Probably normal counterspell though. It's fine. It's black or red. So red? I think? Red, maybe? Let's play Chain. I'm not going to take out the Raptor. Max speed is just a thing that's going to happen this game, so trying to play around that's not worth it. I'd rather just deal with their commander. And, oh, I don't have double white. I can't play the Vindicator. Kind of tragic. Kind of tragic. They will subtlety that, so I could just flash this in. I don't really know why I wouldn't flash this in. Yeah, let's flash in Opposition Agent. Opponent finds a land before we do, as is tradition. It's just an instant speed threat, and I can maybe attack their hand tempo-wise. They could also just not care about this. It is simply a 3-2. They probably don't have any tutor effects, and they could just get caught up trying to worry about a 3-2. Okay, well, subtlety was their tool of choice. I'm not sure what to make of that. Seems a bit interesting. Because they don't want to redraw that, so... That was what they decided to use. That is a very sad, tragic draw. Alright, I don't really know what... I'll just cast in order of least relevant until something happens. Could have maybe went for Crucius, because again they use subtlety in a spot I'm not sure I would have. Looks like that's not really the case here. They can cast their commander if they wanted to, I guess. Alright, now there's fundamentally no reason. Kills combat, dies. Yep, now I'm just losing. Oh, look, a land. Wow. I almost have what I need here. Guide of Souls into Adeline? No, 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 this. Where? are my lands. Could you please, game? Could you please? I think I'm getting rid of Adeline. But at this point it's probably over. Okay. None of these do anything, do they? Nope. Oh, look, a land. Just in time. Well, my commander's totally dead and useless. I can cast it and then lose the game? So that's cool. Yep, very fun. But wait, there's more. I can technically draw a lightning bolt and have them have nothing. Alright, cool. Well, that's kind of embarrassing. I just lost to someone stuck on 2 lands for 6 years. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Our commander kind of sucks. Cecil. Can I keep this? Probably not. Probably a good idea to continue to curve out. Mortify, huh? Please leave up removal for no reason? That'd be great. I don't think that's what's happening. Nope. Opponent, unfortunately knows how to think. Alright, so because they know how to think, we have to think ourselves. I don't like most of my options here, but I guess I'll cast my commander. We could play Dark Confidant. I guess. Can't miss lands with Dark Confidant. it. The 2-mana solo the game card. Guess I have to march that. I guess. I don't get the treasure in combat. Can I swing here with that? Is there... What does that even matter? Why would I... What does that matter? Get rid of Herald for less? Not what I wanted. Just kind of hoping for a 2-drop or something, a 1-drop. Dark Confidant hitting lands, as is tradition. Oh, opponent found the second removal spell. Well, you gotta use it now. Unless you kill something else, which I guess you could do that as well. I think it's the most unreasonable thing. I think it's a really good idea to get that card back, so... Swing, block, block... No, nothing. Oh, Dark Confidant, please. Please. Anything. I'm kind of just balancing on a knife's edge. Alright, they do it again. I can do that again. Never mind. Oh wait, yes I can. I can still technically do it again, because March exiles that, right? Whenever... Artifact, creature, enchantment, yeah. When can I actually stop this stupid Murderous Rider? How do I... This is so bad. I'm playing this, yeah. I think I'm also playing Adeline here. And turn the Clockwork into something. I don't want to lose any creatures. I don't want to lose a single creature. That's why I'm not blocking. Actually, I literally cannot afford to lose a single creature. Otherwise, this would be pretty easy. Okay. What happens to that after? Just goes in the graveyard, okay. Okay, they've cast mono removal spells while hiding behind Oslet Pride, the $50 mythic rare 1-drop that exists for some reason. If this flips, what happens? I mean, it has to flip. There's no card in play that I can trade with their commander. It's just not a thing right now. So, cast this. Play Voice. Play Ragavan. And then no more Death Touch, block 5/7 there. Alright, still kind of hiding behind this Dark Confidant. If they do draw, Bowmasters does do something. So hopefully they do, I guess. Mono removal over there. Removal, 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 removal. They actually did. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, they actually did it. Alright. This can be pretty significant. That was unbelievable. Wow. All indestructible, but then they're dead on the crackback, so this attack does not work. I'll just take 3. There we go. Alright, well, I somehow won this game. I can't say Bowmasters was why I won the game, but it, I guess, gave me creatures. Let's play random stuff. Yeah. Wow. I mean, they're not totally screwed by not swinging, I think. Let's see, if they don't swing, and I swing at them. I think it's getting worse as the game goes on for them at this point, but I don't know. It's kind of insane that I beat Dark Confidant drawing 2 cards a turn that long, and 26 removal spells. But with the... I mean, how many times did they kill this? And then I got it back with... Like, that's a lot of removal. In fact, they didn't even see another This is also another removal spell, by the way. They didn't see another creature after their front-loaded creature package into nothing but removal. There wasn't another creature that showed up or anything. But yeah, it's just Oslet Pride versus the literal universe. I don't know if that card exists in the way it does, but it does. And then we cast this, that. I guess I could have played this first. Yeah, I should have played this one first, technically. Alright. Well, I mean, it didn't matter. They were just dead on board. Okay. Odd. Good old Oslet Pride. Doing its best. Doing its best Ragavan door to nothingness impersonation. Actually, it goes into every Ragavan deck, doesn't it, basically? It's like Urel, Guide of Souls, Ragavan, Oslet Pride of Johnny. The deck that builds itself and requires no neurons. Oh, 1 to 3 I lose. Yay. There's no killing that, unfortunately. I probably would kill this here. Probably. Is that worth killing? Is that worth killing? I think I'd rather just present this as a problem. Yeah, I'd rather just do that. The mana cost of this is higher than 3, so I can't do anything. Oh, or I could just still lose because mono green is stupid. Yep, nice black and red cards. Just got completely soloed there. My ramp spells. At least we played a 2-2. That doesn't do anything unless it hits your opponent. Whereas my opponent's 2-drop doesn't have to actually attack. That is another funny thing about mana dorks. They don't actually have to do anything to do the thing. They don't have to swing and poke your opponent. They don't have to sacrifice themselves. They just simply do it. They just do it. There's no investment. There's no, I have to play into it so it works. Nope, it just works. Lotus Cobra, all you need is a land. It literally just works. No questions asked. I feel like I should read my opponent's commander, but I'm lazy. Enters. Exile one non-creature, non-land from that graveyard. Siphon Insight. Okay. Okay, interesting commander, I must admit. I think we play Crucius here. I think. Do we? Hold on. No, let's play our commander for once in our lives, shall we? I mean, I've kind of been doing it every game. Crucius is probably slightly better here, though, if we're going to be totally honest. They can't cast spells on my turn, and I have a Mother of Runes. They can probably play around both of these things somewhat well by just playing at sorcery speed, but I don't know. They seem to be having a go of it. Dark Ritual has also not... I've never really had a good Dark Ritual. I guess it's not the worst situation to be in. Get rid of Dark Ritual for a greater. Oh look, it's the $50 solo your opponent card. Yeah, I've said that before. I believe that. Like, Llanowar Elves is not only the best card, it's also the best aggro deck. It's the best aggro card. Enchanted player end step mills cards were number of cards put in the graveyard. Okay, sure. I'm gonna name Human for the future. Human for next game. -X, and then reanimate. I'm not gonna get any reanimate value here, am I? No. You know what? Maybe I do if my opponent blocks. Which they do. So, this is... killing this is essentially the same as reanimating this. It's essentially the same. Wait. Yes. It's essentially the same. I also get to use the firebending mana. And then I find nothing. I find nothing and mill really 3 really good cards. Oh, suppose that makes sense, right? And Crucius now cannot do anything. Where were these? Come on. Still winning. Until there's a damnation or something. Oh, that was mine. Didn't even register that. Those My Giver runes. Literally didn't mentally register that. Wait a minute. Why do I care about this? I don't care about this. I don't care about that at all. Almost had me. Almost had me. Alright, well, they're dead next turn, so... So they got rid of voice so a counterspell would work, but this game is obviously not about counterspells, which is why I didn't react to that card they cast on the voice. Like, they wanted their instance to work, but they don't do anything anymore. You have to deal with the board. Unlocking the counterspells doesn't help you. And Dedge. Unless there's a minus, which I don't think there is, no. Did I cast Valakut? Okay, they're just done. Yeah. They tried to get me to stop that voice or something, but it just doesn't do anything. Right? Like, I don't need voice in play, and they seem to have a bunch of counterspells they would have liked to have cast or something, and that's not enough to stop what's making you lose. There's no reason to tap the mother runes because of that. Yep, that's it. That's all I have to think about. I don't know what the mill side of things was going on over there. It's kind of weird. Trying to mill me out. Also, Pride is so dumb. It's such a dumb card. I can't believe Oscillate Pride costs 1 mana. I can't believe that. Winning games with a 1/1 is just like, why? How is that a good idea? I said I want it Reanimate in this deck, and I never actually put it in. At least I don't think I did. No, I didn't. Probably better than Grave, but Grave triggers the commander. I guess. I don't know. I don't know. What time is it? I don't know. Yeah, I'm hungry. Look, I'm hungry. We've had our fill of I've had my fill of this. It's time to eat food. I think I've done everything. This companion thing is... It's literally just going to make me lose my mind. Yeah, I think I've seen about everything this commander can do. There's just nothing to do with firebending. Like, at all. There's nothing to do. Like, there's... March is a really cool card, but by the time March does it for, I don't know, anything more than 4, or really, honestly, anything more than, like, 3 with firebending, you've shown that you have so much power in play that I don't know why you need to now march for 16 or 8 or something. Like, you're swinging, and this is giving you 8 mana. That means it's huge, and it probably means you have other things around it, and you have a lot of mana in combat now suddenly, but you just have a huge board state. So firebending for 10 implies you have swung with 10 power. Why do you now need to use or play cards that are only good when you have a lot of mana in combat with firebending, like something, I think Meteor, whatever the instant speed spell is, or something like that. Yeah, big score is kind of interesting. Kind of, not really. I mean, you could use it to get madness cards, and then those madness cards. Can I move this here so it leaves me alone? Then that madness card exiles. So you cast big score, you discard madness, you now have a madness spell that is from exile, then you get more counters. That is more aligning of the planets than even Azula. so if you care about firebending, you're probably playing Azula. There's not really anything else that cares about firebending in any serious way. You can play the same black and red cards Azula plays to a vastly lesser degree because you don't copy those cards, right? Now, casting a lightning bolt for free in combat is cool, but casting 2 lightning bolts is way more interesting, and that's what Azula's doing. It also has access to blue cards instead of the white ones. So the firebending is just, I don't know. It's of all 4 of the bending things, it, to me, seems by far the worst one. It seems not even close. Air bending is solid. I like it. Water bending is cool. It's like a Convoke twist. In earth bending, because you keep the land and it doesn't die forever, it comes back, is pretty good too, or at least solid. This one just doesn't do anything. There's too few cards that really care about it. And you also have to play those cards. And those cards have to be decent when it's not simply Firebending 10, right? You have to play something that's good outside of Firebending 10 or Firebending 5. Not just this win more X Banefire spell at instant speed or something. So it just doesn't really matter. And for the rest of the card, getting the flickering things is just what you do in white. You just have cards that can do that. I don't think I was playing every single flicker effect in white, but I guess I could have played a little bit more of them. There's nothing wrong with that. Obviously, the blue half of it would have been nice, you know, again, with the flicker package not having blue, if you really notice it. But you do have really strong ones like Felia, again, and whatnot to do your thing, ephemerate. But not a boatload of them. And because it's a Mardu creature deck and you're trying to kill your opponent with damage that involves your creatures, because of all the 1/1 counters, it's a little weird to flicker any one thing that you now will never have critical mass of counters on it. So if you bounce with Ephemerate a 5/5 creature, like your Bowmaster's swinging for 5, and you reset it to trigger this, it's like, how wide do you, like, you redistribute the power that you just lost onto your other creatures or something like that? As like a funny combat trick, you ephemerate what they blocked. It's just weird to bounce and flicker creatures that are trying to get the counters in the first place. It actually is really weird. I guess that means whatever the design idea is not involving flickering creatures. So the other thing of casting things from exile, the impulse draw, exile cards off the top of your deck and play them, that's great and all. I did kind of struggle, I'd say above average, when it came to just lands. I mean, I had, 37 lands and then a bunch of MDFCs? At least 2 MDFCs. I don't know, I got a little mana screwed there. It feels just above average. I guess I could have played 3 more lands if it was being a problem, but then I was getting mana flooded to start at 40 lands. The curve is effectively 1, 2, 3. You don't need a bajillion mana. But it does want probably more than 3 mana sources. It came. You simply aren't going 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop with this commander, especially when this being your 3-drop doesn't actually do anything when you play it as your 3-drop, unless you had maybe the god tier opener of something like Mother of Runes, Felia, or maybe Esper Sentinel Felia into this, and then you can flicker your 1-drop over and over, or something. I don't know. You could play Sagas, or some kind of artifact or enchantments, and flicker those with, again, Felia being Felly is in a league of its own, really. Appa is a 4-drop. It does have flash. You can fire bending Appa into play, and then guess what you're doing? Probably picking up some creatures that you recast to put counters on them instead of not picking them up, so they keep the counters you've placed up to that point. So airbending is weird here. It's just it's just weird. Showdown is a really cool card, I'll say. I never got to play Decadent Dragon, actually. Bituminous Blast is a cool one. I will say this is a cool one, because with Firebending, cast it in combat, and then you Cascade. So you trigger your commander for the 1/1 counter on your stuff in combat. I think this is pretty neat. Most people probably don't even know this is in the game, but there it is. There it is doing stuff. I also noticed I didn't really get a critical mass of counters, because it's hard to have a significant board state and then a significant way to give yourself counters. You're trying to do kind of two things at the same time, and that sort of makes you, well, I wouldn't even say sort of. It feels like it makes you a lot weaker than other Mardu beatdown commanders, right? Like we see Zurgo. Well, not that one. This one. A fair amount of times. I don't see it too often, but it's just kind of doing this a bit. This one I see a lot, right? And it doesn't really need an introduction. If you know what it does, it just attacks you and you eventually die because it's Mardu beatdown. Ishin, another one. You can double your firebending, I guess. I don't know what that does, but like there's other Mardu beatdown commanders actually that cost literally 3 mana. Like all of the notable ones, at least in my opinion, are like actually just 3 drops as well, that do the beatdown side way way more efficient. And then the exiling your own library to cast off the top of it is a bit random. It's hard to like cast all of those and then push them face in an aggressive manner, because it's just a heavy mana investment to do all of that. Stuff like Ren's Resolve, Reckless Impulse, it's like hard to cast this. Let's say you exile, I don't know, Black Market and this thing. So like next turn you only have, say, 4 mana or something, and you can only pick one of them and the other's gone forever. It's just weird. It's kind of just pulling itself in too many weird directions. You can say that lets you attack your opponent on multiple angles because you're doing all of that. There's a bit of a restriction being made when you're trying to attack your opponent with an aggro strategy, but you're forcing yourself to slow down so you can distribute counters with what is effectively card advantage, or in 2-for-1 card thing, exile a card, find another card, stuff like that. Instead of like, why is Reckless Impulse not just Chain Lightning and can go face? Why is it not another creature that costs 2? Like, oh, actually, wow. I forgot about Amped Raptor, and now just talking about it's banned in Modern. This could have gone in here. I completely forgot about this card. There you go. I like that a lot more than Ren's Resolve and Reckless Impulse, so I guess I could get rid of one of these. Yeah, Amped Raptor is actually really cool here. Arm Scavenger is very good. I would say don't even bother playing this unless at least this card is in your deck. I did burn a rare to play this today, and I think it was worth it. I only saw it like 2 or 3 games, obviously, but still, this card is really, really nice. It's a 2-drop. It continuously does the thing you want to be doing, and you're always happy for that. I never flipped a Johnny, which just goes to show how absolutely threatening this is. You play it, and your opponent's like, alright, well, I need to stop the game's on pause until it's dealt with. Kind of the same with Oscillate Pride. These cards are just so ridiculous. It's insane to me that they came out in the same set, and they go right into the same deck. It's absolutely ridiculous. Flage is obviously Flage. But yeah, it's not as good at the aggro thing. It's not as good with the flicker thing. And firebending kind of just sucks. So it's like a, good at everything, master at nothing, kind of jack of all trades of the Mardu stuff, with some of the Mardu stuff actually missing. Come to find out, this deck actually didn't end up having a lot of black cards in it, which is kind of surprising. I figured there'd be a lot more black representation and less white and red representation in a deck like this, but I was, I guess, wrong. Maybe if I looked at the other ones, I'm pretty sure at least the double strike one has a lot of black in it, in relative to the other two colors, but I might be wrong about that. I don't play Mardu aggro decks that much, so I don't know. But yeah, I thought I would have more black in this deck than I ended up having. Dark Ritual didn't even do anything. I mean, that could be because there's not a lot of black cards to vomit with it, but still, I was a bit surprised where I just didn't find a lot of crazy Dark Ritual situations. I figured there'd be a little bit more. Maybe Mox Amber could have been in this spot instead, honestly, something like that. Mox Amber wouldn't have hurt this deck. Yeah, I think Mox Amber is fine. Oop. I don't know what I would take out, but I think I would put Mox Amber in here. Quintarius didn't really feel great. Honestly, anything that cost more than 4 felt like it was a little too slow, a little too late to the party, even with the value. Never played this. Never cast it. I think it's fine. It is a 4-drop. It finds a different card out of your deck and then does the warp thing. Warp works with your commander because you cast the warped card from exile. The problem with that is you don't get any warp side of it with your commander. It's only when you already have warped it that then you get 1/1 counters with your commander. So you have to like full retail the warp cards, right? And most of the reasons you ever think about warp cards is because how good is it on the cheaper end for that one turn. This doesn't really play on that side. It plays on the other side of warp card. I guess you could play the 4-mana one still. I really like this card a lot, and both sides of it are the same. I would cast it at 4, so if you cast it from exile with your commander, you get the thing, you get some 1/1 counters, I guess. You could put this in here. You really could, but again, this is a slower card. It's not helping you kill your opponent as your 4-drop. If you curve out, it's just not going to do that at all, even if you don't warp it. It's simply a 2/1. It depends how far in what direction you want to take this commander, honestly, for it to have a vibe with it. But yeah, Obsidat was 5 mana. I think I got it in play once. I might have been able to win the game I did play it if I just didn't swing with it and trade. I'm not sure the math on that. I think they might have been too high in the life total. But it does trigger your commander over and over. It's pretty easily castable. It wasn't struggling to get double black, double white. It's doing what you want. I like it. I love this card, actually. One of my favorite cards ever. But it's a 5-drop. Doesn't have haste. It just steals 2 life a turn. Sometimes it's good enough. You could say you could play Kimball instead because it just costs 3. But, it is what it is. So it's a cool commander. It plays a unique style of other things, right? It's like an amalgamation of 2 kind of strategies at the same time. I wasn't too disappointed with Luris, actually. Flame Skull is cool. Never cast it, though. If you don't own this because it's a mythic, I wouldn't craft it for this. But it's a cool card, I guess. I wish I got to cast it at least once. But alright, that's it. So let me know what you thought about it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Thank you for playing Zuko. Yep, anytime. Anytime, just not every